Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back with another episode of My Garage. My name is Andy. I appreciate everyone for watching. Um, I think in the last episode, I tried to start this car up and it wouldn't start. So I'm not sure what I did wrong. Let's kind of look over this here just a little bit and see if we can figure out what we screwed up. It cranked over, it didn't start. So my guess is okay, we got distributor, we got a coil, we got wires. I'm pretty sure we have spark plugs. It looks like there's spark plugs in there. I think there's spark plugs. Oh, I think I just found the problem. The fuel line. I was trying to look for spark plugs and I saw fuel line pop up. Okay. So I think we just figured out what our problem was. Where's my freaking wrench? It hopefully that's all that was wrong. Let's get down in here. Tighten that up. All right. Now we have a fuel line in here. I don't believe we have exhaust on the car yet, but I'm just curious if we can just start it up now. All right. Okay. So I was just an idiot and forgot to hook up the fuel line. Like I told you guys before, never claimed to be the smartest person in the world. With that being said, what are you guys doing? How you guys liking the series? If you're new to the channel, we play a lot of games. Probably mostly similar games, a lot to do with car stuff. That's just kind of my thing that I like to play. So if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, and I appreciate it because I'm working on doing my next goal in YouTube, which is to actually get paid to do YouTube, and still have a long way to go. For anybody that don't know, you need a minimum of 1,000 subscribers to be able to get monetized, and I'm at 240. So I need a lot of people to sign up and subscribe to my channel so that I can move to that next step. So we're starting a countdown right now. 760 subscribers. How long is it going to take me to get there? Let me turn that off. Turn that off. Okay. Anyway, enough of that little rant right there. But I've been doing YouTube daily upload videos for just over 9 months now. And in that 9 months, I have went from I started out with 31 subscribers and I've jumped up to 240 in 9 months. So I do appreciate all my loyal people that are watching the videos. Thank you. Um, but I just need to get some more subscribers so that I can move on to the next best thing. And my whole goal of doing YouTube is to hopefully just earn enough money on YouTube that I can pay for a new computer when it's time for me to get a new computer. The computer that I got right here is like, I don't remember exactly what brand it is. Yeah, I'd have to look it up, but it was like $2,800. Um, and that was a year and a half, 2 years ago. So, let's get this car finished up. I mean, we don't want to sit around all day yapping our jaws, or do we? Um, I mean, I could keep talking all day long. So don't get me wrong on that. Exhaust. I need exhaust. So which side is this? Exhaust right there. Tighten. And exhaust right there. And I think I built most of this engine out of used parts because I have a plethora of used parts laying around. Let's see here. So with that, that should take that car. So we have a clean state of 5 stars. Rust is 5 star. Color condition is 5 star. An overall condition of 4 stars. I don't even remember how much I bought this car for, but it's now worth 21,385. So the good old Chevelle, or as they call it, a Jason, is now complete. Now we just have to figure out what we're gonna do with the next thing. Um, we still have our road rally car right here. Don't get me wrong, this car is nice. Um, but we have some more work that we need to do there. Back in here, we've got our station wagon. Um, Station wagon back in here. Like I said, this car is awesome. Now, what I don't understand is I've fully restored this car, and it's been here in storage ever since. But if you look at this car right, where's it at? Oh, right there on the roof. It is rusting. How the hell is my car getting patina rusting when it's in freaking storage when it's not getting rained on, it's not getting sunshine on it, it's not getting anything on it. Here's my used engine pile. Used tires, used transmissions. I got some B200 parts over here, so slash call that Ford F100s. I don't care what anybody says, that's what it is. We got a straight six, slant six, whatever you want to call it. What I got a frame rail in here for? Don't ask me. So this was our parts car, and it looks like there's a good fuel line. Some bad parts, some bad parts. The wheels look okay, but I think we need to get rid of this. Um, but I want that transmission. And this is our sweet midnight purple BMW. Here's our Challenger. Here's our little NIV pickup. And then here's my lineup of F100s. Got a stretched long bed. um, I don't know if I would call that a long bed. That might be a long bed. And then I got my ramp truck here. And then I have another ramp truck over here on the lift, which is, this one is pretty restored. I need to do a few things to this one. But I want to say that this one is pretty well 5553. I don't remember what needs to be replaced on here. Oh, it needs an air filter, a front hub, some brakes. So one of these days I'm going to take this off the lift, or maybe I'll just leave it on the lift and we'll replace those parts. Here's the bad parts that came off of this car. So we need to get rid of this garbage right here. And actually, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to sell this car right here. Kind of wanted that transmission, but I don't feel like crawling under it. I really don't feel like crawling under the car to take the transmission off. I mean, I know it's 2 bolts, but hey, it's the end of a long day. Look, it's 7 o'clock at night. Um, put my tools up. I mean, this is a lot of things that you guys don't see me do, is put away and clean up the lot. I usually do this kind of thing, whoop, in between episodes. So, spare parts. Now we have a mostly complete engine. We're going to have to take it apart. It's got some bad stuff. So that's good. That's good. That is not good. See, it's got that wrinkly finish on it. That means it's bad. That's a good cross. You know what? Screw it. $7 for, you know what? I don't care. Don't care. Oh, we got another free tire. Did I just knock my pile of wheels over? I did. Damn it. Well, we have another pile of... We could add to our pile of wheels, but we need to take that part off of there. Oh. Let's get to morning and see if we can find another... So 11:28 in the morning. Well, let's see here. I also had a viewer ask me where I got these lifts from. So I'm actually gonna go show you where I got these lifts from, if I can remember myself. And hopefully I don't destroy this car in the process. Alright. Brake off. Alright, we got our... So if I recall... Let's see, let me take a look at the map here. I got the lifts from down here. So we need to take this outer road right here. What is going on with my freaking view, man? Why did the camera view get so jacked? Well, that thing has a tall gear in it, doesn't it? So see those houses down there? Right down here, we're going to take a left on this next street. At least this car had brakes and we didn't just crash it. Alright, so we're going to take a left here. And then right down here in this guy's backyard, right over here, this big giant gray house. This is where the lifts came from. The lifts were right here. And as you can see, there is some storage units down here. I don't remember how to open it though. How do we open this? Yeah, there it is. So we have these storage containers right here. Oh, shit. Did my car just sit here and run out of gas? The gauge is on empty. Looks like I'm going to be hoofing it back up to the garage. I'm pretty sure it's not going to start. Huh? Maybe it will. Maybe it will. We're gonna try to get back, but it must be extremely low if it is running out of gas while it's idling. I mean, shutting off while it's idling. I mean, the gauges are freaking empty. I don't understand what is so jacked with this view right here. What is different on this view than is normally? Is it just because I'm sitting so close up in the seat? I think that's what it is. I think the view is being obscured by me. Um, all right, so the gas gauge is in the back, or the not gas gauge. The filler is in the back. All right, so if oh, that's what it is. See, I was the way I'm sitting in the car is what's affecting it. Okay. All right, I thought something was screwy with my settings or something there for a little bit. Um, do you remember putting chrome tips on the exhaust on here? Because I sure don't. And I don't know whether I'm going to keep this car or not. I just want enough gas in it if we go driving it around again. All right, so if I sit back in the seat. Oh yeah, that's the view I'm used to. So I think I was just setting too far forward in the seat. Oh yeah, that's much better. All right, so we have to be real careful. Turn around here. All right, there we go. And now we have a half a tank of fuel, so if we decide to go anywhere, I mean, like I said, who can argue with this lineup of cars? I mean, okay, maybe you could argue with this pickup just a little bit, but that's going to be just fine. Let's see what they have for sale today. You know, I don't think I've done one of these Mercedes lately. Maybe that should be our next project. All right. So, question: Should we do? Should we do the Mercedes wagon? 25 grand. Holy hell! 25 grand for the Mercedes wagon, and it's got the tire sticking through the fender. So that one's got the tire sticking through the fender also. They both look ragged out. 24 grand. So they both have some rust. They both have color issues. Which one of these do you think we should do? Oh, so the wagon doesn't have rust. That's a good thing. But it has color condition and overall condition. It has some busted parts. There's not a lot of money to be made on this car though. So should we go to the junkyard and try to buy a junkyard one? Or should we buy one of these? I mean, like that seat is trashed. That panel's trashed. Other than that, the interior looks pretty good. Um, that looks pretty good. Okay, so that might be the color issue. It's got some pink right there. Alright, so that might be the color issue. Why the hell would it have pink right there? I mean, that doesn't make a lot of sense. And look at that rust right there. Did that? Alright, so that's the rust issue right there on the front fender. It's hard. I'm having a hard time to do. And I really love my F100s. Like, this is in pretty good shape. You know what? We're buying it. Like, I don't think I have one with a flatbed on it. If you recall, I used to have one with a flatbed, and I sold it. So, and actually, the one I used to have that I sold used to be this purple color. Did somebody take my purple flatbed that I have and crashed it and had to piece it together with this high-end looking piece of junk? Oof, brakes are going to be shot. I don't know. Let's take a taxi to the junkyard. And we'll start our 5-minute loading process right here. Let's see if we can find a Mercedes in here. And because I don't believe that I've done one. All right, let's see here. What kind of car is that straight ahead? All right, come on. Stop with the jitters. Load all the cars. All right. So there is. Oh no, that's a BMW over there. Up there's a Mercedes. Oh, they got one with a camper shell. I don't think we've done anything with a camper shell. So we're gonna have to look at that. And also, like I said, I've been researching some mods on this game. I just haven't quite bought myself it's not that I don't want to do mods. But when you do the mods, like some of the mods make the game unrealistic. Some of the mods make the game more realistic. So I mean, I can get down with that. Like one of the mods I'm interested in is where they add the air compressor and the air tools. Says for like, why does this thing loaded so many bikes? No, no. So it looks like we have one car that we're interested in, a four-door Mercedes, and it is in rough shape. And that's rough spelled R-U-F-F. Rough. And it's $5,000. So if we buy this and we watch how we spend money fixing it, we have potential to make probably 10 grand. Maybe I should actually keep track of how much money we spend fixing this. So we're gonna buy this car for $57.19. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna write this down. 57.1937. We're gonna buy it. Yes. All right, so cash on hand. We still have 42,291.18. Now, granted, there may be a couple of trips of $10 that throw us off because look, we're gonna spend $10 on a taxi. Actually, glad I didn't do that yet because I got to go get the car towed for $100.
Who let you in?
Hey, you did, buddy. And we can't take a dirty car back to our garage, so we got to clean this sucker up. before we even take it back to the garage. And really, I mean, now that we're knocking the dust off of it, the car doesn't look as bad. Um, I actually, you know what? I don't quite believe that. But it does not look terrible, terrible. And how the hell they get so much dust on the inside of the door, I don't know. Gotta make sure we get the door jambs. Well, this car has quite a bit more rust than I'm normally used to, though. Oh my God, look at the rust right there. You can see through the freaking panel, it's so rusty. Um, we may have to... So I know you can repair the rust holes with the welder. I just don't know if it's feasible to do it with the welder, or should you do it with just buying the panel and replacing it. So I'm going to have to kind of figure that out to see which is more feasible, replacing the panels or welding in a new piece of a panel. Because my guess is welding that panel in is going to take a lot of welding rods. That would be my guess. But we know for sure that we can cut the panel out and replace it. All right, so what do we got? What do we got here? We got... we got to remember to paint this down here. So these cars have some hidden spots that you have to paint or it doesn't count. All right. So actually, like I said, now the car doesn't look as terrible. And look, so it was 57.1937. Now it's 58.30. All we did is wash it. So literally, we could buy cars, wash them, and make $100 profit. Now, that's probably not the best way to run a garage, but we could do that. We could do that all day long and not be an issue. So if I wanted to make $1,000, I would have to buy 10 cars, wash them. Now, here's the thing: do you get $100 for every car? That's what I don't know. Is it? I mean, if it's not $100 a car, that's not a reliable figure. But I know on average, every car I've ever noticed that I've paid attention to washing is about $100. We're gonna tow this to the customer side. All right, so we just spent $100. So now we're at 42,191, and now I'm gonna spend another $10 getting myself back to the garage. All right, so if I should I factor in those costs? Um, should I factor in that cost as part of the money that we spent fixing this car? Or should we not? Because the thing is like, I had to get myself back and forth. So does that count as part of the cost of building the car? Because if that would be essentially like what? Labor? Parts and labor, service, is I think the way that you kind of want to call it. But if you guys are ready for the Mercedes build, let me know. It's going to probably take me a minute to do this car, because I've always avoided doing those cars because I know that they have weird things on them that make them a pain in the ass to fix. I remember one time when I was doing a customer order, I was working on one of those, and it was a paint. Paint their car, get $700. And the problem that I had was, let's see if I can show you here real quick. Let me show you. One more headlight to pick up, then I'll show you. So I think that the issue that I had with the car. All right, so these are parts that are good. Put that on the shelf. Put that on the shelf. Where's my pry bar? Pry bar. So I had an issue one time trying to paint something, and I did not know that. See that? Look, that is a freaking panel. I painted like right there, like that, but it didn't paint underneath the panel. So that irritated me, because you got trim right there on the bumper that's separate from the bumper. Like, come on. Like, be for real for 5 minutes. And there's another, there could be trim here, trim here. Like I said, so it kind of just irritated me. What the heck is this? Carpet? You gotta have. I mean, I gotta take the car apart anyway. So you gotta have a pry bar to take the trim out of the trunk. Really? This is the kind of crap that I'm talking about. This, like I said, this is why I avoided doing this Mercedes. And the gas tank is not in the floor. It looks like it's behind the back seat. Okay. All right, where is my freaking wrench? Let's go throw this paint away. Wrench, hello. Is that for me doing burnouts through there? I mean, sounds like something I would do. All right, so now this hood looks okay other than all that rust. Now what I don't understand is, will that rust come back, or does it stay gone after you clean it? Because I know that, like I said, my station wagon, I cleaned all the rust, and it's been in storage ever since I cleaned it. How did it rust unless for some reason the rust didn't stay gone? Holy hell, that's a big ass hole in the door. So that's what happens if you don't take care of the rust. You get a hole in the door. So it looks like I'll be replacing that door right there. Actually, I guess that's a good thing. We can test. We can test with the welder. Oh, really? I got too far away? Are you shitting me? All right, so there's the hole in the back that I noticed in the first place. Hole there. Um, Take care of that fender well. So that's why you don't want to look. Like I said, patina is great, but like I said, you clean off the patina, and look what you're left with: big giant holes in the car. And all right, is that? Let's go check out the sunrise. All right, so the welder, like I said, I think you can take the welder and you could fill these holes in. At least I recall it being something like that. Now, but look how many welding rods that would take. So let's grab the welding rods right here. So I mean, it's a doable thing. So there's 3 or 4 right there. Already out of a welding rod. So that's been 2. This is the second welding rod. Second welding rod. Three welding rods. Four welding rods. So that's going to take this whole box of 10. Yeah, that's going to take that whole box of 10. And probably some more. How many welding rods do I got left? So we can fix the holes. I mean, and this is how you would kind of stitch weld this. Now, granted, you would not be doing it exactly like this. You would weld a panel, and then you would come through here and stitch weld around the edge. Is how you would do it. All right, so is that my last welding rod? So I've used 10 welding rods up, and I did half of the hole. And actually, I had a half a welding rod on there. And so that's going to be another 10 welding rods. So that's 30 welding rods to fill in those 2 holes. How much are welding rods? Welding rods are $15 for 10. So that would cost me 45 bucks minimum to repair that door. All right, so now let's look at a passenger front door for a Wolf, Mercedes, whatever you want, body, door. Where's the freaking door? Door. All right, so a new door would cost us $218. So let me know in the comments below, what is it? Is it more relevant to go ahead and weld that? Or should we just buy a new door? Because if I weld it, is the rust and patina going to come back? And I don't know the answer to that. But anyway, guys, I think that's kind of where we're going to end this episode off right here. Um, Let me know in the comments, should we continue with welding this or should we just replace? Because I would imagine that spending 45, 50, 60 bucks in welding rods is going to be cheaper than replacing some of the parts. For example, like, hey, let's take a look at this back piece. So the back piece of this, it needs replaced. It has two giant holes in it. How much is that rear panel? Body. So let's look at a panel. And that's the rear valance. So that rear valance is like $97. So let's say it took us $60 to weld that in. Did did you save money welding it in versus just spending $97 to replace that valance with a $97 part? Time versus money. And these are logistics if you were working on cars in real life that you would have to understand and know. So anyway, guys, drop some comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Everyone else, hit that like button. Thank you for everyone watching. My name is Andy, and I'll see you on the next one while we wait for you guys to tell me what to do on this Mercedes. Weld it or just replace the panels. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Later, guys.